Rebound by JaVale McGee. Warriors leading by 12. Iguodala wide open. It's good from long range. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Nba2k17 bounces high off the rim and drops. Nba2k17's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, check out the handles. They're nasty. Spin move had his man grabbing for air.
Nova issues to Nba2k17. 1 second left. And as the first. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Yeah, and at some point, you think the defense would extend out and try to run these guys off their spots, or at least make them shoot a little earlier than they like.
A lot of defense at the forward spots with Iguodala and Green. Livingston is out there with Steph Curry. And it's West in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Well, we knew that he was funny from working with them, but Steve Kerr has demonstrated many times just how smooth he can be with the media.
And you can't downplay how much that means to a team. With the Warriors, Kerr provides them a buffer for criticism with his wit.
Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. Now we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Monroe.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here's Snell, guarded by Curry. Snell kicks to Jones. Connects from three-point range. Jones has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I want to see another 3.
From the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, some might say that Draymond Green has a big mouth.
I'm going to hit a half-court shot.
Thompson said he talks to us, himself, coach, the other bench. But Andre Iguodala had the cap, fellas. He said if you're having a conversation about potato chips, then he's going to make sure his opinion is heard.
They love that edge he brings, D.A. Absolutely. Thanks.
Right, here we go.
Curry.
You ready?
They double team Curry. Look at that shot! How did that go in? Oh! Timeout called the Bucks.
Bring it in. Take a seat.
Have to go too deep into the box score.
Them freaking coaches are them people are happy. What time going to hit a half-court shot?
And that happens. You can run the sets you normally do, but the ball just won't fall through the net. On to the next one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Pachulia comes in for West, and McCaw is subbed in for Sean Livingston. He gets that one. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Outside Curry. No good on the
I know
triple.
we get comments. Why don't you pass the ball?
Trailed by 19.
Curry's not playing.
Now here's Terrence Jones out of Kentucky. A little undersized.
Can I help you?
Forward, but boy, you love his skill set. Very smooth with the shot and up fakes underneath. He can go right around defenders with his quickness on the bounce.
Here's Middleton, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Baker's checked in. And with Terrence Jones, Chris, he knows how to use his speed and quickness on offense, but he does have trouble slowing up opposing bigs.
And some say that's what's limiting Jones right now in his career. He's shown he can be a versatile scorer as a starter or even off the bench for a team. But some say his inability to defend is keeping him
That's
from
what
using
y'all gonna
minutes.
say. Why aren't you passing the ball?
Nova sinks the three-pointer.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
outside Curry.
Already.
From deep three-point range, Milwaukee with the rebound.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
You know what? It's really nothing to say outside of, wow. Not his finest moment.
Chris, who was your toughest matchup when you were playing? For either the offensive or defensive side of things?
Oh, there was tough matchups every night.
See, me people
I
cut
remember
that
a couple of
out.
seasons I really
I'm a
had
straight
fun
YouTuber.
playing for
I'm gonna post
Sacramento
videos.
and just in the
and
West
stuff.
Coast on a nightly basis. The power forwards were Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Rasheed Wallace, Brian Grant, and all these guys were in their prime. So I just remember having to be prepared every night, and you know, in the league, there are no tough opponents because it's tough.
Yes.
Period. You know, you can't sleep on anybody in this league.
Well said. And the Warriors with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. It's Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Milwaukee, here's Atelinovic is checked in for
I'll be
Terrence
right back.
Jones.
That's my mama.
Amber, Brennan!
I'm back. So, my mom usually calls. You know.
Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton.
No.
And Hawkins subbed in for Tony Snell.
That's
I think everyone would agree, Chris, you're one of the best passing big men in the history of the NBA. Why is it that passing from post players isn't a skill that is developed more at all levels of basketball?
Well, one thing, it seems like we have less post players, but you know what? I'm not sure. I think maybe it's been an emphasis on scoring. I don't know. All I can speak about is me, Kevin, and I grew up watching, you know, Magic Johnson, who at that time was a freakish player because he was 6'9", playing the point guard. You know, think about how the game has evolved, and so for myself, I wanted to take that passing skills of him, Connie Hawkins, other guys that I saw hold the ball with one hand and palm it in the post, guys that I knew can dominate in the post, and I kept thinking, you know, why waste the possession? If I'm going to beast down here in this post, if I get double teamed, you know, I don't want to just pass it out for a waste of possession. Why don't I make something happen with it? So maybe it could be the mentality as well.
And it's out of bounds, the Bucks are able to retain possession here.
That dude just said, get that out of here. Let's go from the east side.
Curry with the steal.
I ain't gonna start passing. This is my last three by Curry. Until I make another three, that's when I start passing.
Them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
As soon as he made his drive to the bucket, the defense jumped right in and prevented him from finishing out.
He drains the quick shot. Curry's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Well, Chris, we're seeing around the NBA, from the Warriors to the Spurs to so many, the value of great passing from all 5 positions.
I love the energy, fellas. I really do.
Now, what advantages does a big man have as a playmaker?
Well, the big man has many advantages. One, if he's a beast on the post like he should be, he should be drawing double teams. And what does that allow? That means that there are 3 on 4 on the rest of the play. 3 defensive players against 4 offensive players. And if he swings that ball quickly, just let the mathematics alone do the trick, and you move that ball and you'll have an advantage. What else does it do? Sometimes the player is taller. He can see over the defense and maybe attack from angles that shorter players can't do. And third, what does it do? Big guys on defense are not used to playing outside of the free throw line defensively. And so therefore your defender may not be as strong and therefore get his hands on deflections and things that you may see happening from guards. So you're right. The big fellas that have always been some of the best players in the post have been some of the best passers. And right right now, you're seeing that in order to be in the game, you're going to have to make your teammates better and not just be an endless hole in there when they throw the ball to you.
Great perspective.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and
Who
they're starting
is
to
y'all a
get on track.
Gamecock fan? Dang, we're in the final four.
Livingston kicks to McGee. Misses the three. Dish now to Dellavedova. Here's Maker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Maker's got 9 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thompson for three. No good on that one. Now the Bucks take it the other way. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Most definitely, and they should realize this and not look to shoot too early in the shot clock for the rest of the game.
I'm at the buzzer beater watch. I only hit one of these in this game. 4, 3, 2,
From
1.
deep. Got the shot. He
Just
got it.
no better feeling to be able to deliver in a moment like that.
You hitting them like that,
And so we wrap up the first half. Warriors lead by 8. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He ended up with 22 points and also 3 steals. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
They did an awesome, horrific job. That's right, Ernie. Awesome, horrific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome, horrific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. As long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Bucks?
They ran into a bust.
That
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
I like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, this is the fire his coach and teammates really have been encouraging him to show, really attacking the ball on defense tonight.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Chris Middleton is out there with Nba2k17. Then there's Tony Snell. Then there's Maker. And it's Brogdon in at the point. Curry outside. Rebounded by Maker. Bucks trail by 9. Well, we hear so much about Curry and his offense, and rightly so. But you know what, Chris? He's an above-average defender in his own right.
He is not going to be considered one of the best all-time defenders at his position. But he is a very solid defender and has improved in that area every year he's been in the league. Talk about the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter. Wow.
There's the triple. Curry with another miss.
Even though he's struggling with the shot, it hasn't stopped his team from getting in front and maintaining this lead.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors, but he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, I'm very laid back. I believe in the calm presence of a coach, more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling. I guess that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but D.A., he's as competitive as they come. Thank you. The Warriors have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Andre Iguodala is checked in for McCall. Monroe's checked in for Milwaukee. Terrence Jones comes in for Antetokounmpo. Knocks it loose. Curry attacking. And the Warriors miss again.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
He's going to have to shake that off and forget about it. He's got to stay confident in himself.
David West, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Brogdon. 6 points for him. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.